All right, welcome in everybody. Hopefully me forgetting to plug in my controller before we load it isn't going to be a problem. Oh, it's not. Excellent. Good job, Endfield. All right, well, I've been recording all day today, so I'm going to be a little lazy here and not camera up tonight. I didn't clean up or anything. I'm just sitting here in my recording stuff, comfy clothes, so yeah, we'll survive without that. It'll also give us a chance to see if maybe the camera positioning hasn't been the best. I've been kind of covering the party, which, I don't know, I need to find a better spot for the camera because you guys can't see like the healing items and whatnot, which were quite important when we got to certain points yesterday. And I see Slice is hopping in here. Bonus stream. Babel must be having fun. Glad to hear another Shadow Empires uploading. Yep. I have one ready to go right now, but the problem is those files are so large that they take like about an hour to upload. And if I do that, it's just going to be too late to stream. So we're going to stream for a little bit. It's not going to be a long stream. And then when I'm done, I will get those uploaded. Supposedly, back last summer, when I was having all those horrendous problems with my internet, one of the things that they told me is, I don't know, not as a consolation, but just like, hey, since you really use your upload a lot, they're upgrading the whole system to have the same up and down speed. So like right now, I only get 20 MBs up, which is fine for streaming and it's fine for videos. But since most of my content comes in about 1 hour chunks, 1 hour of footage at 1440p is about an hour upload. So it just takes for freaking ever. When I get parity up and down speed, that should be nigh instantaneous. It'll be very, very nice. When is it coming? I don't know. They won't give any ETAs. The way they made it sound was like it was right around the corner, but obviously here we are like 5 months later. Hey, Caddy, how's it going? Okay, so I did a little bit of work after last night and a little bit this morning. I had a horrendous power crash. I would say, pro tip, don't let the power go out. It is not fun trying to cold start a factory, is what I'm gonna say. It is not fun to cold start a factory. I had to go turn off a bunch of stuff to get enough power to start producing batteries to then turn on the factory. So yeah, that was exceptionally painful. I'm not entirely sure what I did to cause it either, so that's a little worrisome. The big thing I did was I worked on, let me zoom out a little bit. I worked on this piece of factory. All of this is producing our purple gear. You heard me, purple, not blue, purple gear. So I am running one gearing at 100% efficiency, and it's taking up all of this. It could be a little more efficient if I had set it up right. I didn't know that the bus was going to be here, and I didn't want to move all the things that were over here. So when we go up to like gold gear, I'll probably just have to wipe the entire base and rebuild from scratch, and it will be a lot better. Having the main bus, it's going to go over, I think it's going to go over to like right here and then down, because I also need to expand the area some. But I didn't want to spend the resources on it. So to that end, if we go into gear assembly, in fact, let's not go in that way. Yeah, take me out there, take me out there. So I have our Aviwinia is already sitting in the full purple gear. I've got Arknight also in the purple gear, and I started in on Pelika when I ran out of pieces. So we'll see what it's produced while I've been recording other things. It looks like, did I build nothing for her? I built nothing for her. Okay, so she needs 4 pieces of gear. Her main is intellect and her second is will. So that's what we're gonna look at making. How many pieces can I do? Quite a few actually, 730, and I need 50 of these to make each piece. So let's go to filter, intellect, and will, and we'll see what we have available. We also could just chill. As you can see here, I don't think we have all the parts, and as we level up, we're unlocking new pieces of gear. Maybe we'll just chill until we have a problem, and then obviously I have enough to make the gear now, so that shouldn't be a problem. Have a nice stockpile of batteries. I thought I did. I don't know what happened. I really don't. My only guess was when I was fiddling around getting this up and running, I kind of overused the is it amethyst, the purple resources, and maybe somehow I stopped feeding the amethyst into the batteries, and then when the batteries slowed down, the power slowed down, and then we cascaded. I'm not sure what happened. You kept running out of money upgrading your team. Yeah, I'm already feeling that. I'd really like to build my last right team. At the end of stream last time, let me go back to the controller here. At the end of stream last time, we did our poll, and we did poll Jaihi, who I needed to play as last right, basically. She felt really bad without Jaihi, but now I'm like, do I spend the money? I don't think I can. I know I don't have enough mushrooms, if nothing else. So we actually have this team ready to go. I would edit this team. We will take her out and we'll put Jaihi in, and this team's good to go. I also could switch out Snowshine if I felt like it. So I have the pieces now, but I don't have the... I probably shouldn't have deployed that. I have the pieces now, but I just don't have the money to do it. So we're going to stick with this. It's not like this team's not working, and I am having a ton of fun with it. So I've enjoyed the playstyle quite a bit. So to it, that was my major to-do, is just getting that up and running. My plan for tonight is I want to push on our main quest. I'm allowing myself to do anything else off camera, or, well, no camera, off stream. But I want to try to push main stories while I'm on stream. So that is what I'm going to do. We're going to push this until we bump up into something that makes that not work. As I mentioned, I am going to go kind of short tonight. We're not going to go for 5 hours or anything. Yeah, soon TM Slice, you're 100% right. Upgrading all to 20 and unlocking the manufacturing bonus is nice but pricey. Yeah, I might do a couple more targeted 20s. I did notice that I have more need for workers than I have skilled workers, so there is that. And Slice with 5 greeds. That sounds like an appropriate amount of greed. Okay, let's go poke around. What do you guys all want? Okay, I need to go do a quest for the other HQ, but we're not going to do that on stream. Protocol pass, what do you want? I finished something. I will claim my points. We'll claim our rewards. Hey, there we go, some T credits. I also did some upgrading of my delivery stuff, so hopefully today, I'm gonna try to subcontract out those deliveries. Hopefully one of my friends does them, and then we both get the credits. So you'll end up getting more if everyone would do that. I've been watching and none of my friends have been doing that yet, so I'm just leery that I'll lose it if nobody ends up doing it. So hopefully that will not be the case. Okay, what else do you want? Not that button. We looked at that. An event. Yeah, I'm not ready to do this one yet. I have 44 days, so there's no hurry. Okay, that tells me I'm good to go. Our main quest wants us to go to the science park to complete. Okay, we will do that. So I also ran some more mining, so I didn't finish up everything, but I did run my power all the way to Load Spring. So that should be good to go. All right, take me in. You'll hop on. I don't have any at the moment, Caddy, because I did my deliveries yesterday because I was a little concerned no one would do them. But tomorrow when they come up, or if I'm up that late tonight, I will try to post those. So hopefully someone will do them tomorrow. The reset time's a little weird. It's like 1 o'clock my time, which is fine. But like on the weekends, I'm up that late gaming, and on weekdays, I'm probably posting a video, let's be honest. But I should be in bed in theory. Okay. How do I get to her?
I sense danger. This one won't go down easily.
Okay, rather annoying. Hang on, is there a better way? Yeah, let's come in from the other side here. Yeah, hopefully people will start doing that, and then just as a reminder to people, if you go to your friend's place, you can support their production, and it gives you a few extra credits. So just another way you can get some goodies. Okay. Yvonne, what do you want? I do think I did, Caddy.
Endman, I was about to head out and look for you.
There are still plenty of active blight patches in Valley 4. We would like to hear your opinions on dealing with this.
Yeah. Active blight can be a real bummer. But we got a bigger problem. I detected an ether energy signal in the vicinities of Valley 4. It's weak, but there's no mistake about its existence.
That's why you didn't show up at the control tower.
The rift has just disappeared, so we're getting some ambient disruptions. We got plenty of noise in that signal. I need a reading that's cleaner and more precise. Tata's onboard detection module happens to be the best tool for the job.
We wear business very casual around here, Slice.
Yvonne, the thing about Tata is that...
Well, it's all right if Tata isn't here. Don't worry, I figured out an alternative. Listen up. The Protocom signal tower should have Tata's scanning log. I can use that data to compare and filter out interference and noise. However, I'll need your help connecting to the signal towers. The positions of the scanning will also affect the results. Hence, I'll need the data from both towers.
Yvonne, Tata is...
Oh, come on! Stop being so wishy-washy. Your protocol synchronizers can handle field data transfers just fine. Get going, chop chop!
I feel like they're going for like the emotional thing that Tata died, but like it was a robot that did emotes. Like it wasn't that big a deal, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. It wasn't that big a deal. Like this isn't Heaven's Word Final Fantasy 14 character deaths or anything like that.
Yvonne, we've connected to the signal tower.
I'm on it. Synchronizing timestamps and resetting the signal codes. This will take a while. I'll need you to maintain the connection for a bit.
Back then, the Blight and Landbreakers showed up here. If we failed to stop the creeping Blight, it would have blocked our access and support to the other areas.
Tata almost shut down here. Thank goodness you helped out on time. We wouldn't have made it to the power plateau otherwise.
And it's all because Andre messed up with the... I'll let it go. That old boy owes me a lot of lunches.
I feel like everyone bullies Andre. At least he paid for the spare parts.
No, I'm just... Fine. You're right. The next step is to connect to the signal tower at the Origin Load Spring. Really appreciate your field work out there. I'm getting data on my end. This planet...
Alright, where do you want me to go to the other one? Where are you at?
out great.
Yvonne, we need to talk to you about a few things once this is over.
Jeez, what's got you so serious? Just focus on the task and complete the positioning process.
Oh, thank you very much for the gifted sub, Slice. Congratulations to Harmondale. Make sure you give a thank you to Slice there. Thanks for the support, Slice. Are you planning on picking up Menace, by the way? I've mentioned it a couple times, but that's like our next big thing after Endfield. Okay, that's going to be a little annoying to get to. Hey, Shinosuke, how's it going? Not sure, to be honest. I just know that you are big into Battle Bros. I know it's kind of a different game, but I'm pretty excited. I don't know, that demo was ball-breakingly hard. What I wanted to see that we didn't get to see in the demo was the ship side of things and like the management layer, basically. So hopefully it'll be good. We shall see. If I remember right, Battle Brothers was fine when it first came out, so I'm not too worried.
I sense danger. This one won't go down easily.
Ah, you're back! Wonderful! I never had the chance to properly express my gratitude. Thank you for saving my friends.
It's only been a short while. You sure you don't need more R&R?
You're concerned the models have legs? Well, in that kind of warfare, you might not.
I'm okay for now. The shockwaves in Angeloy made a royal mess of the Origin load spring. We gotta fix the infrastructure and clear the roads for the supply trucks at the very least.
Rebuilding will be a major undertaking.
Thanks to you neutralizing the local blight, we were able to jump right into rebuilding. I've lived here for ages, but I've never seen anyone wipe out the blight like that. Everyone's real curious about how you pulled that off. Having tech like yours would make our survey and SAR work a lot easier.
Yeah.
In any case, such advanced tech wouldn't reach mass production anytime soon. I just hope the UWST can strengthen its partnership with you, Enfielders. Once again, thank you for everything you've done for us. I gotta run and check on a few other places. Feel free and do your thing.
I'm gonna make a prediction that we're literally just gonna make another Tata because it was literally a prototype, so we can just make another one.
Data retrieval success. Oh, my Talos. You guys really went through the ringer, didn't you?
The Origin load spring had to deal with massive blight formations. Tata played an instrumental role in helping us reach the power plateau on time.
I gotta start analyzing all this data. Oh, come find me at the lab.
Fetch quest? Oh, you've been so good about that game. Snowsuke says, kind of excited for minutes. The trailer shows some exciting tactical options. Did you play the demo out of curiosity? It was very hard. It was very hard in my opinion. It was interesting though. That's not a dig on it. Hang on. Everyone out of the elevator shaft. Don't get yourself squished. Okay, he says, by the way, Babel, have I thought about doing a explainer video or two on Endfield? I'm struggling a bit with the combat mechanics and the team comps. I don't want to be spoon-fed solution like most guides. That could be something I would work on. Just like with EU4, I find making the guide type stuff really difficult when I didn't have the early access, because you have people that already have hundreds of hours, and I just don't know. I don't like making a guide type content when I'm not 100% on it myself. I feel like I'm just blowing hot air, but I could do something light. I think I've got a decent grasp. What's the sitch?
Still analyzing and sorting out the data. Filtering will be done in a bit. I used the time to come up with a solution to your active blight problem. Oh, if only I could kick off projects first and worry about approvals later. Success! This time, I've added a novel design feature that I've never tested before. I'll load this up to your proto-syncs. Time is short, so I skipped a few verification steps. You can treat this as a temporary test component.
Are we directly connecting it to our proto-syncs? I'm good at blowing hot air. Well, thank you.
I applied a new game-changing idea. The component is directly powered by the protocol Originium, while amplification by the proto-sync would achieve the desired blight scanning feature. I also optimized the power conduction process and eliminated the overly bloated redundancy. For blight patches about 50 to several hundred square meters, this should totally work. Okay, it isn't capable of dealing with rifts, but the characteristic data sets we collected, the proto-sync can now perform some basic functions. Well, I guess I've spoken more than enough. The best validation is through proper hands-on experience. Let's head downstairs. There's a low-power simulation device underneath the research center. We'll need it to perform our test run. Follow me.
Shinosuke says, it makes sense, Babel. You have to weigh the cost and benefit. There are people who like you and prefer your approach to things, but it's a lot of risk with how many there are in the category. Yeah, well, it's also, sometimes I just do things because I want to do it. I would say it's like a passion thing. Final Fantasy Tactics and obviously Endfield so far, not popular. But I want to do it, so I'm going to do it. But I can only ride that so long before I actually have to make things that are going to produce a little bit more, let's say.
Special. It simulates blight wavelengths to quickly make globs of blight.
Yeah, that's always the risk. I am trying to force myself to not do any Dominion stuff for a little while, just to give myself a nice break on it. I still have a few things I want to go back and work on, but yeah. You definitely noticing the slowdown on the channel when Dominion's kind of finished stage 1 as it is.
Careful now. I did say simulate, but blight globs is unpredictable. So I kept the simulator here for safety considerations. Never thought I would be activating it today. I've completed all the pre-operational checks. I'll activate the simulator and let you test out the component scanning feature. Let's see if you can locate the blight core with the new component.
I really hope this is just the same scanner I already use. Sounds easy and all, but is this dangerous?
Just stay in the containment zone and you'll be safe. I'm here, so there's no need to be afraid.
Perform a scan to decrypt the massive active blight and expose the blight core. Press right trigger to perform a scan. This will decrypt the nearby blight and expose the blight veins.
Success. The scan has revealed the blight core.
Ooh, awesome.
We can now directly perform scanning at the decrypt active blight. Approach the active blight, perform a scan to decrypt. Okay, very nice it is on the normal scanner. When active blight has been decrypted, its blight core will be exposed permanently. However, blight veins will only be revealed temporarily. Got it.
Test component feature V&V complete. Leave the packaging to me. I'll also refer to your usage logs and regularly iterate on stable releases.
It'll be a game changer.
I also verified the properties of this blight incident. Nefereth was using existing energy pools of the Ether Rift. She can't create new rifts out of nothing, at least for now. Nevertheless, this remains the most severe blight incident in Valley 4 in the last 10 years. If we'd let Nefereth have her way, half the entire valley would have been gone.
Hey, Idiot, how's it going, man? Well, I love your commentary. The game's hard to watch. How you finding it? Or the game's very stingy. I am concerned about how stingy they are. I will definitely agree there. I agree too. I like story games and I like action games, but the pacing is pretty dang rocky. I will definitely say that. I've kind of committed myself to playing through the story. We are, I think, about 70% through what is here currently. So a couple more streams will probably get me there. And just in time, because we got Minas right around the corner. So that'll be the next big project. And we'll see how that goes. We need to figure out her true goals.
Unfortunately, she slipped through our fingers. Now, we managed to seal the Valley 4 rift mainly because we have plenty of data from our Ether test site. Tata's sealing of the rift is a very, very rare exception. Although the data sets off of valuable references, I'm afraid we can't replicate that rift sealing measure anytime soon. Now I wonder, what emotes would Tata use when it sees the crisis ending in Valley 4?
My condolences.
Actually, during our last battle, Tata sacrificed itself.
I thought as much when I saw the anomalous readings after the rift disappeared. You didn't really think I'd throw a grief tantrum, did you? Is that why you were so measured and hesitant when talking?
I'm not a big fan of Yvonne's model or design, but the rest of them have been fine to me.
No, it's
The choice to do double ears is a little weird. I think you should have just gone all in and not had human ears.
So did Andre and Crow. But we...
Come on, guys. Don't be so hard on yourselves. Tata's sacrifice saved countless lives at Valley 4. As a scientist, I'm genuinely happy about this, and I'm glad that it completed its duty. It's natural for us to miss Tata and feel sad. But what we should do is remember how many lives it saved, and make full use of all the data it provided for us. And then, we'll do our best to avert the next crisis, right?
I guess except for the Inman, because the Inman is human, so he only has 2 ears. It is his disability.
Absolutely. Such panache and confidence. No wonder you're the administrator. All right, we should be done with the data simulation. Now run along and chase down that signal for me. I would be very upset if we had to endure more ether eruptions.
Fiona, can you help Yvonne trace that signal?
Originium Science Park data link request verified. 0 issues. We can now input our directives. The target's current location is the power plateau, near the Originium power plant.
Okay, time to start our field test. I need to find out which punk's responsible for that annoying blip on my radar.
Well, what's weird is the main protagonist has lines, like I'm clicking them, and sometimes at the beginning they were voiced, and every once in a while in a cutscene, the Inman finds his voice. So I don't know, like he just eats cough drops or something. I'd be curious to know if the writing team for this beginning area was the same writing team that they've been using in the original Arknights. Because, like, I didn't get that far in the main story. I only got to chapter 5. But, like, some of the events were done really well. Like, especially me hopping into events that obviously happen, let's say, further along than I was in the story. Like, you got to know the characters. They were pretty decent. They were nuanced. There was tragedy, etc., etc. I don't know. It's kind of a meme that every gacha has to have a bad, like, story at the beginning. Once we're done with this plot point, we should be moving into the chapter 2 stuff, which I heard has been better. So it'll be curious to see. At least they're not tutorializing me every 5 seconds now.
I thought the signal was next to the power plant. Yvonne, you sure you gave us the right coordinates?
Data feedback looks stable. There shouldn't be any problems.
What's that? Did some machine just explode?
No, it's a battle.
What? You gotta go and check it out. I'll be with you in a bit.
Hey,
All right, finally get to try out the purple gear. Should have a decent amount
This
of
place feels pretty hot.
extra damage
these look like cuts left by a sword.
from the upgrade to purple on my DPSer. Okay, use our blight skin. Stupid blight, you die now. Prepare for more tutorials. Perfect.
Endfield, do not forget your promise.
Okay, I won't. What did I promise?
Lycia.
You know her? Is she an Enfielder?
She was. Now she's just an old acquaintance.
That means she's an ex-Enfielder? Just a single glance and I can definitely tell she's a master with the blade. Oh, I really hope I can spar with her.
Administrator, I just received a report. Are you at the Originium power plant?
The power plant is safe.
Professor Crow, the power plant is a total mess. Are you alright?
I managed to find safe places for everyone, but these land breakers just won't quit. The fever leading them is a giant bigger than the gate itself. The patrolling crewmates sounded the alarm when they saw him from afar. But the LBs didn't make it inside. Someone stopped them. That big fellow also ran for his life.
Ether energy signal. Could it be Rodan?
He actually lives. This isn't over.
Why did the signal disappear? I gotta run back to my lab and analyze this data. See you later, guys. Call me if you need help.
That little girl. Well, I got a check on the wounded. Thank you for lending us your support, Endmin.
This Lycia is an ex-infielder?
Yes. We once worked as a team. Lycia is pursuing her own hunt. She regards ether events as tracks left by her prey. She left Endfield and has since operated solo, keeping communication with others to a minimum.
So she just popped out of nowhere because of the ether activity, right? Her hunt sounds like a real hassle.
Why is Lycia so intent on pursuing this hunt?
Because she intends to keep a promise. A promise that you personally made with her.
I'll remember her name. If it's a promise, it means we'll meet again.
Supervisor Perlica, we have an emergency call. Code U3. The three major factions of the Civilization Band are calling. They've received news of the Endman's awakening.
Understood. Get Dijong prepped and ready. We'll head back ASAP.
Guess there's no break time for us.
Finally! Valley 4 got really messed up. About time someone called to show their concern.
Endman, let's head back to Dijong. Don't worry. This is just part of the procedure. And this time, I'll be standing right by your side.
Okay, end of one chapter. Hopefully beginning of our next. Up to 41. Oh, I didn't even check. Where's our energy? Okay, we're fine. I appreciate having the large energy pool, so I don't have to worry about it constantly getting too full. Okay, Dijong to the bridge. Go. All right, please, please, please be interesting
Channel
characters.
encryption completed.
No more weirdos, right?
Contact code U3 verified. Initiate connection to the channel.
Let us begin. Reminds me of Evangelion.
This is OMV Dijong. Is the audio channel stable for our 3 honorable representatives?
Central Ministerial Committee of the United Workers Syndicates of Talos-II speaking. Channel is clear.
The representative spokesperson of the Talos-II General Chamber of Commerce now connected. Channel is clear.
Affiliated Hongshan Academy of Sciences of Tianshi Bureau of Great Yan. Link verified. Channel is clear.
Without further delay, I am Supervisor Perlica of Endfield Industries. I respectfully request the Assembly's attention as I brief the current situation. Pursuant to our considerations of the Band Accord, we... This concludes the operational summary of Endfield Industries in Valley 4. The digital report has been distributed to all delegates simultaneously. Given the threats encountered during our deployment of the Protocol Automation Core, we conclude that the Zeroth Directive is being targeted and obstructed with deliberate intent.
Pardon if I offended, Administrator, but I must verify the sections in the report regarding the current state of your memory faculties.
They're true. It's all true.
At least your condition has not deteriorated. I offer you my sincere wish for your speedy recovery.
You do not seem surprised.
We need more than just courage and unity to overcome challenges. Planning and contingent alternatives are far more important. And these are the elements that we do not lack.
To refocus on the issue, the harm caused to the people of Valley 4 constitutes a serious breach of UWST's core interests. The Bone Crusher clan will face region-wide pursuit with authorization granted for immediate neutralization without prior notice.
Although a particular gentleman in our midst is getting excited about certain prospects, we must update all attendants with bad news. During the Valley 4 incident, the Order of Steel Oak picked up signals of non-Anguloid activities. The location is near a rift along the northern front.
This is not an isolated incident. The spread of ether has gained significant speed.
Also during this time, an Aldertone traveling south found tracks that we've never seen before. And these tracks are still giving off ether emissions as we speak.
Hey, I tried. What's my friend code? It's the UID in the bottom left of the screen where my camera normally is at. And my account's just Babel Builder.
I believe everyone knows what this is about. If we were to assume the worst, the great enemy from a century ago is planning a return. Its vanguard has already paid us a visit.
The Aether connects each of these isolated incidents.
Everyone, let us confront the reality before us. The gravity of the situation leaves no space for delayed or indecisive responses. Pursuant to the Band Accord, the Laboratory shall restore the special authority level of Endfield Industries regarding the entirety of the civilization band, effective immediately.
Priority access and authority to execute on-site disposition shall be restored to the Administrator in the agreed-upon regions. The Accordatory shall support Endfield Industries in executing crisis management operations within territories under Accord jurisdiction.
We deeply appreciate your support. Endfield intends to initiate a post-incident investigation at the earliest opportunity. Dijong shall report all investigative findings to the Civilization Band in full.
This vibe reminds me of that meeting 10 years ago. And Administrator and Supervisor Perlica, I hope to host you both in the free city of La Fantoma.
Supporting the Order of Steel Oath is the priority for our industrial mothership. We must crush the enemy threat in its infancy.
Suspicious signs have been identified in the Wuling Scientific Developmental District under AGS jurisdiction. We have proactively conveyed this information to the UWST and the TGCC. Our findings at Wuling share many similarities to the incident at Valley 4. we kindly request that Endfield representatives visit our facilities soon to prioritize this matter.
Similarities? Do they include ether rifts?
The sighting was reported by the Wuling Scientific Developmental District. It is also one of the target locations of our current plan. Given the ties between Wuling and Endfield, I believe everyone understands its importance to the civilization band. We kindly request your aid.
Understood. We shall address this matter with the gravity it demands.
If there are no further matters, this ad hoc meeting is hereby adjourned. We anticipate the forthcoming formal meeting with the administrator until we reconvene.
Good job.
These new findings have everyone on edge. We must begin resolving the matter right away.
Supervisor Perlica, the HAS has sent a set of highly classified authorization protocols. Do you have the time to process them right now?
Go ahead and do your thing.
Okay, Endman. I'll talk to you later.
Take a temporary break. I'm going to go take a nap in my chair. He's got that gamer chair. Probably 4 should be safe for now. Nephra, the pack, the ether. Who am I?
You gave everything to ensure the survival of life. With all retreat cut off, you placed your hope in the Zeroth Directive.
Okay.
Forth and touch it. You have one last chance.
Having weird dreams?
It was yours. Remember your calling. This is the only gift you left for yourself.
Okay, apparently I can't get that close.
There were 128,793 Terrans on Talos-II at your birth. A single gate bridged 2 worlds. We crossed the vast cosmos and arrived at this foreign home. However, all our dreams and plans fell into ruin with that same gate. Behind us, the broken bridge crumbled. Every famine and mass casualty risked dooming our civilization. The First Angloid War saw this world spawn countless war machines, steeped in malice. You led the fledgling alliance and banished the threat into the ether side. Pioneering bases lost, Originium and you ravaged. Victory's toll was heavy. Then the Humiliation War reignited fratricide, nearly pushing Terrans to the edge of full-scale civil war. The seed you sowed bloomed in time. At the cliff's edge, people paused and pledged the band accord. Decades later, we ushered in an age of prosperity. Cities rose in the south. The civilization band grew rapidly. Time and time again, you rose from your slumber to guide civilization, leading us away from the broken bridge. However, as the enemy licked its wounds, we scrounged for resources and survival, neglecting our original vision. And the Originium's wounds never truly healed. The decay spread. With every slumber, you lost more. In year 139, as the exiles returned, the Second Angloid War stood at our doorstep. We were forced to initiate an ill-prepared expedition. Your sacrifice exceeded the worst thresholds. The Originium is still collapsing. We never truly left that broken bridge. Execute the Zeroth Directive. Deploy the PAC. Revive the Pulse of Life. Treasure your very last chance.
Okay, now I feel like we've probably officially ended Chapter 1. I will say their cinematics are really good.
It's got nothing to do with the sarcophagus. The damage dealt to the Originium is metaphysical in nature. The Endman's health will only get worse with every awakening.
But the memory loss means we're running out of time.
Then you should have faith in the Endman. The repairs can only be performed by the Endman. Our mission is to create favorable conditions.
But our Endman's lost all memory. We can't force a drowning person to learn to swim. It makes no sense.
Now, we didn't come up with the automated industry complex to make bottles and jars. Remember the assimilated universe? If the Protocol Originium can find... Yo, just woke up? We were talking about you just now.
I actually overslept a bit.
That means you're doing fine. Letting Perlica hang around with you seems pretty helpful for your recovery.
M3, I believe this is the Endman's first meeting with you. And Endman, you might not remember this, but M3 was right next to me during your awakening.
I do remember that, actually.
Yes, I was. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm M3. As for who I am, I'm your friend. That should suffice.
M3 is also one of the executors of the Zeroth Directive. She specifically made this trip back to Dijiang in order to verify your status, Endman.
I'm also here to feed you additional intel about that special request from HAS. Perlica, the source of trouble is the Wuling Very Large Rift. It's the largest ether rift of the civilization band. Unfortunately, we picked up traces of ether energy activities at that place. Traces that are completely identical with the signal samples of Valley 4. Neferith, I bet. She's not even trying to hide her next objective. I think she's doing this on purpose to taunt us.
Didn't expect our reunion to come so quickly.
Every Enfielder is working hard to solve this issue, so I'm not too worried about it. What makes me really concerned is you, Endman. If something within the ether side is still struggling to return to this planet, then Neferith is just a small timer meant to divert our attention. Our enemies are closely tied to the ether. The Protocol Automation Core will be a thorn in their eyes, but they won't slow down just to cater your memory loss.
I won't let the situation get any worse.
Good. You're still your old self. I knew Perlica worried too much. I really want to be a part of your Wuling trip. But we got bigger problems at other places. Go and deal with Neferith. I believe we will meet again soon.
will definitely solve this problem as well. Let's talk about M3.
M3 is one of our elite operators. She is responsible for carrying out combat missions of the highest secrecy and utmost danger. Many factions and their stragglers have not given up their dreams of our destruction. M3 has removed many obstacles, both overt and covert, for Endfield. Her actions gave us the chance to complete our preparations for the Protocol Automation Core.
I can do that. You just let me get out of all the cutscenes and I'll show you. We need more intel about Wuling City.
Wuling City is a key center of science and research of the Hongshan Academy of Sciences. The HAS is a longtime partner of Endfield. It's also why Chen got involved with Endfield in the first place. In addition to monitoring the very large rift, Wuling City also built plenty of living amenities in the region. The city is a home they rebuilt atop a disaster site. It is an inspiring symbol for the people of Hongshan. Wuling is also pursuing a special research project on something called Shiranite. Their aim is to overcome Etherside disasters. Endfield already has plans to deploy an automation core in Wuling City and set up our AIC factory over there. This operation happens to work in favor of our plans.
Next up, Wuling, right?
That's right. And Chen is quite familiar with Wuling City. We can count on her help for this operation. Since we're unsure of how many cards Neferith has in her hands, we should be as fully prepared as possible. Once you believe everything is set, we shall depart for our mission from Dijong.
Okay, definitely start of chapter 2. To answer the question there, who names their kid M3? I'm pretty sure she's based on a character from the original Arknights that I don't know the full story of, but was very, very important to the story. And who names them M3? Probably scientists or nerdy people like us would do something like that. What do you do if you get dupes? If you get dupes...
Originium will carve a path.
Sure, we can show here. So if you have a dupe and you're not maxed out, you come into this screen on the character and they will open up the various upgrades you get. So like we got one of the Endmen from our story. So we have number 1 opened up. I want to look at that. So I have this one open up. As you go through here and you fill all 5 of them up, once you have all 5 of them opened up, then you will be able to claim. Let me figure out where is that. I believe in the acquisition. Let me find the right screen here. It's not going to be in there. In here. So the token exchange quota, you won't see that, I don't think, until you have somebody maxed out. So for me, like all my 4 stars are already maxed out on dupes. Yeah, it won't let me in there. But you can trade them in for the currency here, and then with that currency you can buy stuff from here. The big thing in my eyes would be buying these limited tickets, but I wouldn't buy these unless you're planning on pulling on them, because I think these are temporary, aka these will go away if you don't use them. So if you're planning on pulling on different characters limited banner, I would hold off and not buy these ones yet. If you're pulling on it though, you definitely could. As for what else I would buy here, probably nothing else right now. I would hold out and just save up, because you're not going to have that many pulls, so you're not going to generate this much currency. So I would count this as being kind of precious. And as you can see, I could buy 5 of these for 350, and I'm not quite at 350 yet. So that is the main thing I would use those for at the moment. Love to see the lineup. Okay, so what I am currently using
Who's the test subject
is the Electro team. Unfortunately, when I first started, this is basically the team that I ended up with. We have 2 dupes of Li Feng. I hate Li Feng. Functionally, he's fine, but it's just not a character I like. So we built a physical team. We didn't unfortunately get Pognonichnik, which would have been much, much better on that team. So we played with this on like day 1 or 2, and then I did pull a last right, but I didn't have Shihi, so I couldn't really run this team. And I just can't afford to level 2 teams at once, especially because we've already kind of sort of leveled this one. and then we leveled up the lightning team. So this is my current lineup. 5-star Arivina is our DPS. 5-star Arklight is our Vanguard. We're using Perlica and Antal.
Well, Endman. Seems like fate brought you right to
Okay, let me actually change. Let me go into a different menu to show that off. So the way this team works, our main DPS is Aviwinia. She basically wants to build up to her finisher moves, which makes her throw spears, and then she can pull those spears to her with her skill. It's pretty nice. It's very positional, and every spear can hit every enemy. So for bosses, you can just hit them multiple times, and for AoE situations, it's pretty good coverage on the field. Her ult also gives people lightning susceptibility, so they just take more damage. So pretty darn nice there. Arklight, we ended up with 4 copies of her, I believe. My most got dupe at the moment. Her main thing is when people become electrocuted, she can use her combo skill, which does some damage and generates some skill points. She can use her skill to absorb the electrification to give me back, I think it's 30 skill points. So pretty darn nice there. She also has an upgrade where she gives the team, go over there. She gives the team 0.08% of her intellect as extra bonus damage. So pretty darn nice on that one. As you can see, I focused her intellect, even though it's her secondary stat, instead of her agility, because I'm not really concerned about her damage, although her damage is pretty good, actually. I don't know what 0.08% of 232 is off the top of my head, but whatever percent that is, she gives the whole team that damage buff when she does that. Her ult also, it's okay. It's mainly damage. If the enemy has an active electrification, she does absorb it and then reapply, so that's kind of nice. Perlica, her main thing is I need her skill to start proccing the electro infliction and kind of get the ball rolling on everyone's combos. Her combo skill's fine. It forces electrification, which really juices up the team. That's what we like to have up and running. And then her ult just hits really, really hard. So with all the damage boosts and the electro susceptibility that I have, that's her combo. And as much as I hate Antel, he actually is mechanically pretty good. This skill right here, focus gives them electro susceptibility and heat susceptibility, and it lasts a really long time, so you don't end up having to spam his skill at all. So just really cheap on the skill points for a nice damage boost there. He also does electric amp for our team with his ult, so just another way that we can boost up our damage. So that's the current team. I like it. It's very active. Hopefully we'll have a combat at some point tonight. It's a very active team compared to the physical team that I was playing, so that's been pretty fun. Okay, complete the operation manual missions and earn operational XP. Reach 43. Okay, what are we? I don't even know what we're at. We're at 41. Okay, so we actually don't have enough to open up the new zone. That's okay. We'll work on a few other things. How powerful are the 4 and 5 stars versus 6 stars? Obviously, as you go up in rarity, they get better and better. I would say for DPS, of course, you're always really going to want to have a 6 star, but for support characters, they're just fine. So
still waiting for something?
Like here, we've got 5-star DPS, a 5-star Vanguard, so they generate skill points for me, a 5-star, I guess I'm going to call her enabler / sub DPS, and a 5-star like support character, or excuse me, a 4-star support character. On the
wind never stops.
On this team, we have the Inmin is the main DPS, Chin is a sub DPS, Ardelia is a support, she's a 6-star. So I believe Inmin's I believe he's a 6-star, and he's free. So Chin is a 5-star, Ardelia is a 6-star that we got for free from login, and then Li Feng is another damage dealer / enabler. He can do physical susceptibility for the team and just helps build vulnerability stacks really easy. On this team, Last Right is the 6-star DPS, and then we have a 5-star tanky support, does some healing and some support. Fluorite is, I guess in this team, she's an enabler because she does cold stacks. but she also could be a DPS. And then Jihi is a healer / support. So I think generally speaking, with whatever you draw in your initial draws, the main DPS is going to kind of guide which team you're going to actually build. Like I said, this is the team I wanted to build, but I didn't have the key piece, so I built the lightning team to get me started. So as the lightning team doesn't need certain resources, they'll trickle over into that ice team so I can build them up too. And that is where we're at on that one. Okay, so complete operation manual missions and earn operational XP. So we need to gain 2 levels on that. Okay, let's see what this wants me to be working on. Okay, here we need 32 basic AIC factory plan. Okay, that is so doable. All we need to do is go get 1 point. So let's do that. Do we have any here that we haven't picked up? I was pretty good about doing it. Okay, we have 1 point right there. So that is what we need. And it looks like we can port relatively close. This is the first time that I actually hit a "you must be this tall to ride this ride" point. We already had the other one we needed for the previous boss. I haven't done that much side content either. All right, finally I have combat. Okay, so I have Antle put the debuff on. I have her give us the electrocution, which triggers a combo. And then when we do our finisher, we get our combo and her combo and her combo. As you can see, it just kind of flows really well on this team. And then since I have it, I want to do my... Okay. And then my ult rotation looks something along the lines of Antle into Aviwana, into Arknight, into Perlica. And that is my big damage thing. The only other thing I can do is Arclight if she does the electro consume thing for that intelligence buff. But feels very good. It feels very active. There's a bit of nuance to it, which I like. So I'm pretty happy with how that team
A
plays.
definitive outcome achieved through strong teamwork.
I pray that the land accepts you.
Okay, we're not going the right way. We need to take this way. So for a lightning team, I'm quite enjoying it. I guess just so we're on the topic, I would say the number one thing, like if you don't want the answers, but you want the theory behind it, you need to make an entire team that is able to reliably trigger their combo skills. That is like the main thing. Like you can't have a team that struggles to do their combo skill. I guess for example, on the physical team, we really struggled to use her skill because I needed to not have vulnerability on the target, and the main mechanic of physical is putting vulnerability on. So basically, Inman needed to do crush to absorb all the vulnerabilities and do bonus damage, and then I needed to very purposely trigger her combo skill, so it didn't flow very well. We were a little under leveled, and I really needed her healing, and I really struggled to proc it. So this team didn't quite have as good a synergy as I would have liked because of that. In this team, I don't struggle to do anybody's combo skill. Just in the flow of my rotation, everyone's just goes off. And that's what you're really looking for. So I would start at looking at combos and what you can actually proc when you're gonna do it. Antel, yeah, Antel. I do not like the character, but mechanically he's really good for this team. I guess the upgrade to him for this team would be Gabriella, or whatever her name is. Can I make this jump? Am I even going the right way? I feel like we're not going the right way. Or we went backwards, maybe. Okay, it's right there. Okay, this is our turn. Yeah, and I haven't got the zip lines or anything put into this zone, so unfortunately we're on walk mode here.
Stay safe, team.
Yeah, as you can see, as long as you're triggering all those combo skills, everything flows really nice. I am going the right way? Excellent.
Violence is never our objective. Let's press forward.
Some random person put a nice turret here. Thank you, random person. Yeah, as you can see, just as long as you're getting those combos, everything flows so nice. I really don't need you guys to do that, but thank you anyways. Okay, that's 32. Let's... Take me into that. Okay, what do I want to unlock? Probably not the turrets. We'll take that, I guess. Belt converging.
Industrial technology is now available.
A converger can converge product flows from 3 transport belts into a single belt. Sure, but that's a horrible example because that's all backed up. Select the converger from the facility list, drag it directly on the hotbar, and place it with hotkeys. Got it. Okay, but what we did that for was because we wanted to turn that in. 10 cast die, that's weapon upgrade materials and some XP. And we can do the main one. 750 ore a barrel, 35 T credits. Proto set, I assume that's going to be character upgrade material. The OBJ heavy burden, that's a great sword, 5-star great sword. And look at this, promote 4 operators to E2, done. Upgrade a weapon to level 60, done. Upgrade 1 operator skill to 6, done. Assemble 4 pieces of purple gear, done. Okay, 2 operators to level 60, reach exploration level 5. All right, well, the 2 to 60 is not hard, I don't think. Let's see.
I'm primed for optimal performance.
Okay,
Where are we headed?
who would be my better 60? She deals more damage with her ult. She does more damage consistently. Neither one dies. You hate the rainbows? I do wish we could toggle those off. They haven't been too obnoxious, but it is a little bit weird. I hate the damage scaling though. Basic attacks do so little damage, you have to do your combo. I assume that there probably will be characters who have like their skill gives them damage infusions for their basic attack. We just don't have anyone. I guess Last Right kind of sort of does that, but not really. Vote Arknight? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The thing is, none of these characters except for Antel really are ever going to be on another team. He could be in a Heat team. I'm probably not going to pull Levine or whatever her name is. I like the design, but I don't think I'm going to get to the 120 pulls for the guarantee. I'm going to be very disciplined. We're really going to try to only pull people if we can get the guarantee. Yeah, I like Arknight.
I'm primed for
Arknight. Arklight. Alright, you get to level. So, quick action, level up. We need her to go to 60. We can totally do it. It is using up a good chunk of our XP though, so.
Living in the wildlands
yeah,
teaches
not going to be able to spam everyone for sure.
Lessons help forge a keen blade.
Okay, out of curiosity, what do you need to promote? Okay, we need that mushroom. Is that one we're getting? Rare gathering sites. Okay, we have not unlocked those yet. Okay, so we can't go any higher than that at the time. Okay, that almost got us to 42, I would say. Okay, turn that one in. And then we need exploration level 5. Okay. I think that basically just means that is this. No. So we just need to do stuff. Okay. What do I want to do? I don't want to do these because these are going to take a long time. I do have that. That's not going to have combat in it. Go to the location marked. Okay, we'll check that one out. We only need like 100 XP to get that level at least. Okay, daily missing robots is in the hub. Okay, port to there. Yeah, you'd only want to merge belts if you could still have 100% flow. I've played myself a lot of Factorio. Traffic, getting jammed up belts is not good. You do not want that. There's something very satisfying when you get like perfectly balanced production. Very satisfying. Why are you an explodey rock? Ah, yoink.
The first step is always the hardest. All variables within.
Okay, I should be on my DPS here. I think this game is playable on, is not playable on mobile. It is on mobile. I don't know how well it would play. I have never been a fan of any action game on a touchscreen. Like, I just, not for me. Like, the OG Arknights is tower defense. Okay, I can play that on a touchscreen. Star Rail was fine on my phone. I didn't really play it on there, but like I would log in and like, you know, do it, whatever. That was fine. I don't know, maybe some people are just absolute touchscreen savants.
Like wind and thunder, we gave
new knowledge gained.
Okay, more explodey things. Interesting.
Mission complete.
Watch out, Perlica.
Was a walk on a cake.
Danger close.
What?
But with the graphics, I assume it's a bit like I do have the graphics turned 100% up. We're using DLAA, which is my preferred anti-aliasing. It definitely scales down, and I'll say, like for me, obviously, you know, I have a pretty powerful PC, but I've had zero game hiccups, just absolutely nothing, no problems. All right, you can see when I'm being lazy, I don't start actually actively playing how slow that is. Definitely need to actually actively make sure you're fighting. All right, where? Okay, so I'm looking for like broken robots in this area, if I remember right. All right, let's see what we can see. Let's go ahead and wipe out any enemies we find while we're here too. Probably can actually, if I have a skill point. Yeah, there we go. You can only see the broken bots on a scan. Okay, that's good to know.
New knowledge gained.
A definitive outcome achieved through strong teamwork.
I pray that the land accepts you all.
All right, well, explodey block, we can definitely deal with that.
I spot an opening.
Yeah, I definitely will say CZN definitely did a really good job with their income. I really enjoyed what little I played of it. I played through like 1.0. I just didn't have time to continue on. I did a tiny about, I did like some poll videos basically for that. Nobody cared. I couldn't justify anymore.
We usually bottle them to give light.
A little strange that you're here. What were you supposed to be for? And we had another, where was that? Block I could blow up.
This hostile poses a significant threat. Hey.
Yeah, I if I ever do put money into any gacha type thing, I am always a very, very low spender. Yeah, you can get yourself in a lot of trouble if you start spending.
Hear that sound?
Let's do this together.
Prepped and hot.
Yeah, I think that generally speaking, like the Hoyo recipe was you can generally get about every other or every third character pretty much guaranteed as long as you're just disciplined. That's not too bad. I mean, there's usually some characters you just don't care for, so as long as you're not somebody who just gets addicted to the act of pulling. And really, this one is more generous if the pull economy is what people think it's going to be, because your guarantee for losing your 50-50s at 120 instead of what would be 160 or 180 in other games. We'll see. We'll see.
A definitive outcome achieved.
All right, now why do we have all these explodey stuff here? Okay, loot. You are not a bot, though. You're still in range. Okay, let's search up here before we get too far off. I didn't really finish that searching. All right, broken bots. Broken bots. Other side of the road, follow the path.
I sense danger. This one won't go down easily.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard a different noise over there, and we might have something. Is that something? Nope. I think it liked that. One of 3. Okay. So there was a little bit of a noise when I think I was in range and I pinged that.
Hey,
all right, hang on.
real target.
Yeah, I will say the combat, it does remind me a lot of CZZ. That was kind of fun too. The parry mechanic they had was fun enough. The TV stuff was just, oh no. Oh, I'm glad they kind of backed off on that a little bit, because that was pain.
Target locked. Fire. Like a flash, it struck.
Get out of here, nerds. Right there, the other one is in the land base. Well, I think they randomize where they spawn. I could be wrong about that, or maybe we're just doing the tutorial one. Right. Don't be lazy, actually use all my skills so we can do this properly. My one, I guess my other little quibble is, I wish when I was animation locked into my skills, I wish I had some immunity frames. Because oftentimes when we did that hard as balls boss last night, I would get animation locked in my skill and I couldn't dodge. I couldn't dodge when I needed to dodge.
They shall return.
Skill issue totally, but just not the way I prefer combat if I got to pick. We already got that one.
Stay alert.
How low are you, big boy? 40? Alright. I'll take that for $1.
Perfect as this touches the optimal path.
Drain that.
I shall sweep.
Yeah, that's what? Oh no, that was our buff. Bad timing.
I spot an opening.
I do wish it was a little more obvious. I wonder if I was on her. Does it show me? Hang on a second. Let me play as her for a second. I want to just see if she actually has some UI that shows that. Alright, so if I use this.
Perfect as this win.
Okay, she doesn't. So it's just a buff. That's a bit of an oof to me, I would say. Like on Lava, she has a like UI element down by the skill bar that shows you how many melting armor stacks or whatever it's called. I wish we had one for Arklight, so I could tell how many stacks I've got. And ouch.
Gotta treat myself sometimes. You really kept me play it by ear.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Slow your roll, big guy.
Target locked. Fully and tasted victory.
Oh my goodness! Stop bullying me!
Gotta treat myself sometimes.
Fighting near edges are very dangerous in this game. All right, we can probably finish him off the skill. If I have a skill
To
point.
serenity they shall return.
Talk's cheap, mate. Gotta put in the hard
Ah, we can't pick something up. Another like, I question the design decision. Why do we have backpack space when we have a giant unlimited or nearly unlimited storage? All right, I will throw this one amethyst or discard. That hurts me a lot. Okay, we are still in the yellow area by plenty. What are you? Are you explodey?
Hey.
No. Just random red rock, okay. I didn't hear anything there. I did hear something there. Is it you? Nice. Okay, that's not too bad. If you listen, there's like a little bit of a different ping sound. Inman, Fiona just sent me the coordinates. I'll notify the repair crew to salvage those robots. There's too much on our plate at the moment. When things settle down, we'll try to outfit the robots with improved positioning devices. I might need your help a few more times before our bots get upgraded. Okay, leave it to me. Yeah, give me that XP, please. The direction of the bot is in a different color. Okay, so there's an audio and a visual notification. Okay, let's pull up another one. Let's see. Robot Dreams. Babel, the Beyond the World's Expanse. It's fast and upgrades world level. Okay, that's not a bad one. Beyond World's Expanse. Do not have that at the moment. We also have not done the quarry. I assume that's a little bit of a thing. Third yellow from the top. Go to the marked location, complete the trial. Oh, so we already had the thing. Okay, we're still not going to be 43, but sure. Thank you for the heads up on that one. All right, where are you at? Over here. Okay, hang on a second. Before we do that, let me jump over here. I want to turn in bag stuff. I hate having a full backpack. Okay, put it away. So much of this stuff is going to just end up right back in my backpack. Okay, we probably don't need... Can you tell I ran out of something earlier and crafted a few? I don't need the refinery units with me. Okay, that's all good enough, although let's put the healing away and then let's go get a fresh stack of healing. There we go. I just don't have the filter stuff set up at the moment, which I believe I need to do for that. Okay, we're actually not that far away, but it's fine. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame that I actually ran into "you must be this tall to ride this ride." We hadn't really had that come up, ouch, before. I was hoping we'd unlock the new zone. We'll see. We'll see. A full level may be outside the scope of what we can finish tonight, but it's all right. Tell me you're a boss arena without telling me you're a boss arena. The filter auto step is reasonable, keeps consumable in well-placed buildings. I'll have to go actually look at it. seems to be some people trying to push and hype the game. There's some anti-AI people going on and on about how the game appears to care about art.
All operators account.
I believe, you know, when we were unlocking the potentials and we had those little like posters that we unlocked, I think those are from various artists. That's why they're in different styles. I know in the original Arknights, they would hire contractors to make the splash screen for the different characters. That's why there's kind of a variety of art styles for it.
Before the gates of oblivion, you bore witness to life's fight at death's threshold.
I will say, why did they save the like banger music only for inside these zones? I really wish we had a little bit more hype music when we're out and about. Okay, that's one. I'm gonna need to just manually count her uses of that skill. We're sitting on full skill points. That's not great. That's not great either. I honestly haven't found any problems with the art. I don't care for Yvonne's character design particularly much, but the rest of it I think looks just fine. Then again, you know, I play Dominions and Shadow Empires, so what do I know?
We are united as one.
Units prepped and hoisted.
Perfect as this wind.
Do that, that should be 2. Okay, next one I'll get my buff on. If anybody survives. Okay, okay, there we go. I was gonna say, we're probably ready for a big hit here. Yeah, let's do it.
You can't escape this. I shall sweep the rest.
Probably was a little overkill for that, frankly. Yeah, a lot of serene, like, ambient music, which is fine. I mean, you need that too. But when I think about Arknights, I think about really cool videos and really good music. And so far, I mean, there's been a few bangers in here, but we don't hear them when we're out and about. So hopefully we'll see some more of that. I felt the same, like, in Final Fantasy XIV and Dawn Trail, the music was terrible. I love Final Fantasy music. Like, I have it on a playlist, so I listen to it all the time. I added nothing from Dawn Trail to that playlist. It was so disappointing to me.
I shall sweep the rest.
Ironically enough, gacha games are one of the genres that's pushing good music. I think they figured out that they can spend some of their $1 billion on some, like, really good music, and they get really good returns on it. So, kind of an interesting thing there. I think it's like the song Narwhal from Punishing Grey Raven. What's the name of the first boss fight in Star Rail? I can't think of it, but that song was like super hype. That was really good. I'm not super into Genshin music, but it has some good stuff too. Left Rington says, so I found you through the Shadow Empire videos, but also a gacha gamer. This is also an interesting discovery. I am very, very much a variety gamer. I play almost anything except for like racing games, I guess. But, you know, never say never. But YouTube does not like that. YouTube wants you to do one thing and nothing else. So like when I was mainly focused on Dominions, that was by far my better content. Like, when I was first working on that, I could easily consistently get 2K views in like the first couple days. I've never really replicated that success outside of House of Legacy. But for me not to be bored, I gotta spread my wings a little bit. I can't do the same thing all the time. That's why I finished my goal of a video and a stream for every Dominion's nation, and now I'm solidly on a break for a little bit. I've been doing a little more Shadow Empires than I probably would normally do, but it was like the thing that was still performing, so been doing some of that. Hopefully, you know, you try to find your mainstay game, and then I like to do kind of a side game at any given time. So I'm hitting Endfield really hard right now because it's launch, but once I finish the story, you won't probably see any more Endfield for quite a while. The splash combos and animations are really syncing the music well. Yeah, they really got that down in there. Shadowbringers was amazing. I think that Endwalker was fine, but it was only fine because it made Shadowbringers better, if that makes any sense. Shadowbringers is probably tied with Chrono Trigger as my absolutely favorite video game story of all time. Like, Shadowbringers was peak for Babel. Those are exactly the type of themes I like. Like, 100% spot on. Dawn Trail, I didn't even finish it. I streamed it for a couple days, and then my new PC arrived. I had to rebuild my PC, and I just literally never bothered to log back in. So that fell off real hard. After reaching exploration level 5, deep dive mode becomes available for some protocol spaces. Challenge, Recrisis, and protocol space advanced progression. At the highest level, then they spend sanity upon completion to acquire the deep dive mode rewards. Okay. I assume that's like hard mode, basically. You missed out on a lot of views with the release of My Winter Car. Just finished that game and it drew a big crowd. Oh, Well, like I said, I'm not super into, I assume that's racing-esque things. That's why this side guide videos are on Gamble. Yeah. And I have such a backlog of things I want to cover. I am not hurting for things I want to do. I'm hurting for time to do it in. Okay, so our cap is up to 70. Minimum energy, or minimum enemy levels is up to 50. Availability limit and daily regrowth of certain materials. Okay, that's actually kind of nice. Okay, got it. That takes us to 42. It does. And a chunk into here. So we need about 1,000 XP to get to 43. That is still a ways to go. What are you trying to tell me to do? We can do an upgrade. Don't really care. Okay, I do kind of care about that. What are you? Okay, let's track that. We're in the zone anyways. Let's run over and grab those. Having those maxed out is bad. Like we saw when we were in the emergency of, I need one mushroom to beat the boss. All right, and okay, are you up here? You are, but I need to come at it from a different way. How do I get there? Don't think we can go along this cliff. Okay, there's a rope. Should try the Backpack Jingu. I did download the demo. I played it before I played Backpack Battles. So I was a little like, what the heck am I doing here? It was okay. That's basically how I felt. It was okay. I might do a let's look at video, but it would be like a one-off probably. Okay, that is not gonna get me up there. Leth Rington says, I started to discover wuxia games thanks to some of your series, but have never found them. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things to hear, actually, when people say, like, I found a new favorite game on your channel. So I'm really happy to hear that. Okay, we're not able to kill this one? Okay, I think she gave me a defective scanner. What, out of curiosity, which ones have you been trying out? I have the, what, Tale of Immortal, and we have, not Sword of Wushu. Whatever it's called. Main 2. Okay, I'm gonna say we need to get on that path right there somehow. Not that direction. I still don't feel like we're going the right way. I want to get on that side somehow. Wandering Sword. There we go. Heroes Adventure Road to Path. I have Heroes Adventure. I want to do a playthrough, but that is going to be... That's probably going to be a next summer playthrough that I'll do that, because that's going to be another like 100-hour playthrough. I don't... Okay, that's not... I want this path. I'm tripping out here with this haze. I want to be up there. What am I missing here? Looks like I should be able to come in from this side. Very frustrating for streamers, which makes it fun to watch streamers suffer. We added miles. He ended up driving the car for 6,000. Wow. The orb was right there and I missed it? Okay. Just Babel being blind. Okay. We'll do a round 2. And this was not the one I was trying to clear out. Okay. That one's on the other side. Had to cave and false wall. Yeah, one of the downsides to like cultivation or wushu type games, a lot of times they're nonsensical if you don't have like working knowledge of Chinese language. Like I know when I was playing Heroes Adventure, I got to like these exams or whatever, and like you really needed to know like Chinese idioms to have any chance of being able to answer them, and I did not. So there was like no way I could have done that. So for a lot of times like puzzles and stuff, they're just culturally they're too different to be able to do. Normally I'm not a type of person who would watch a guide for a thing like that, but I'm not above it in that circumstance.
Our final line of defense. If we lose this, they'll take the test site. Team 2, hold the line at the container yard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Team 3, do whatever you can and find that Ujuk. Sir, yes, sir. Buggy, need an update on road conditions in 5 minutes.
Gotcha, loud and clear. On it.
Counting on that armored vehicle to blast that woman to oblivion.
Because of the cultivation games, you discovered progression fantasy web novels. There you go. It's a gateway, man. I don't even remember who it was, but the other day somebody was like, "Hey, Babel, have you read this web novel?" I was like, I don't recognize the name. Let me go look. And I'm like, oh, it's a short 3,000 chapters. Oh my gosh, I am so turned around. Hang on a second. Okay, I'm trying to get there. I need to go straight. I am so turned around. Okay, in here. Not in here. One of my big hopes is as we get better and better AI stuff for translation, I really hope that we get better machine translations. I did Hatha Kung Fu. I'm blanking on names tonight. Whatever it was, and it was a decent game, but the translations were so gosh darn terrible. So terrible. And it was like, it really annoys me when you release a game and you claim that you're gonna have the English translations and then they don't. Like, just don't tell me it's translated. That's fine, but like, don't lie to me. That really drives me up a wall. Because that's, I mean, frankly, that's false advertising. And sometimes there's like a good mod for translating, like Scroll of Taiwu or whatever it is that's coming out here in a couple months. Supposedly has a pretty good translation mod, but I just don't like relying on that. Okay, maybe I'm gonna give up on this one. I don't think I have the brain power for this, or I'm coming at this from the wrong side and I need to be coming up that way. No, I don't think that connects. Yeah, that's down below. This is on the level I want. Wait a minute. Could I use... Hang on a second. Can I just use his zipline that somebody else put up? Not ideal, but since I'm literally like stun locked here. Alright. Props to this man. We're gonna backtrack this and see how the heck we were supposed to get in here, though. Alright, there we go. Man, that was a 10-minute segue, wasn't it? Yeah, having this sit here at full is not good. Okay, anything else while I'm here? Okay, how was I supposed to get here? Either from the top of that cliff or through here? I don't think I had this at all. I guess I can also drop this rope for myself. Not off of that. I bet you we come off of this cliff and we drop down here. Okay, whatever. Alright, any other low-hanging fruit? We have something over here that I haven't opened. Let's go see what's over there. So many broken translations for visual novels. Yeah. It's getting a lot better. My go-to when I'm playing a Wushu game and it has untranslated stuff is the Google Lens. I've never had a problem with a Google Lens translation. It's always been good enough I can tell what it was trying to do, or fine. Like, that's the range. So I think we are really close to having decent machine-translated Chinese. Sorry for triggering. It doesn't bother me. Unfortunately, like I said, we kind of hit this reach authority level roadblock. Very unfortunate for Babel. I don't think we're gonna make it tonight. Okay. Looks like the gate's locked. Can't open it for now. Okay, we probably need a side mission to open that. Every zone seems to have at least one of those. What do we got back here? Also gonna be locked. Also gonna be locked. Okay. Well, good to know. Yeah, if I was gonna do a game that was painful, but I think I could finish, and I was trolling for money, I think I would probably do Rain World. Because I like the atmosphere of that game. I've seen a little bit of it played. It seems like something I would be able to complete, but it would be very difficult for me. Are you cheap? You are really cheap. Let's upgrade you. In the building, I missed it. I'm not too concerned about careful exploration. I'm more just looking if there's easy XP, but failing horrendously, as we can see. Yeah, I think we're gonna need to go do another mission. We're not gonna find enough chests or whatnot just hanging around. What are you doing? Not that. You. Yeah, apparently I can't do that when I'm in the water, weirdly enough. Rain World is an incredible game. It's a community is a double-edged sword. It's a cult following, so either you get great views or they'll shun you. Well, I don't need them at all, so that's fine. I'm always happy that I get, you know, my regulars in, because generally speaking, we always end up in some interesting conversation or another, and generally speaking, I don't have any moderation problems or anything, just one or two little things I've ever had to deal with, so I really appreciate that people can be adults in chat. There you are. Yeah, I mean, obviously I don't necessarily do everything for the views. If I did, I wouldn't be doing Arknights. I think we topped out at like 20 one day. Sometimes, like I said though, you just gotta do the passion things for yourself or you're gonna burn out. I really enjoyed our playthrough of Final Fantasy Tactics. I don't even know if anyone's watched it since we finished it. So that was probably a completely dead 60 hours of work as far as like if I really cared about it performing. Okay, there's obviously a puzzle here that I'm on the wrong side of. Yeah, that's gonna drown me if I try to go into that. I think this is the exit that I found. Oh, here we go. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, there are things on the other side. What are you taking me towards? A blue chest. Yes. I mean, if we were getting these faster, the XP would be pretty good. The speed that we were acquiring these, though, is not cutting it. Okay, and that's the exit, probably. Hello. But you're now telling me about long ears? Long ears are one of many beasts living in the world of Talos-II. Follow long ears carrying flowers on their backs to find a hidden resource stash. When long ears, the critter, will escape and return to the starting position if it manages to get far enough away from its pursuers. Okay, let's follow you to a hidden resource stash. What are you trying to tell me, boy? Where's the loot? You better not just be coming here because you two are rabbits. Good boy. We'll eat you last. All right, Caddy, have a good one, man. Thanks for hanging out. Samuel says, I met your Final Fantasy Tactics stream, got me to pick up the game and start it myself. I'd love to hear it. Like I said, beyond anything else, my favorite thing is just to introduce people to new games that they love, because I think I have I won't say unique taste in games, but I have a very eclectic taste in games. Like was mentioned earlier, it's like, oh, Shadow Empires and gacha. No one would have expected that. Okay, this was another way maybe we could have gotten into that. Sure. And a random sign. I think I've been here before. This is yeah, Air Depot. I think we were here when we were on our mushroom quest yesterday. No bomb, please. Give me my scanner. Yeah, 4 hours. Oh, we're gonna get 2 of them though. That's nice. He kept digging some long ears, dig up multiple things. Oh, okay. Good to know. That must have been the first one I ran across, since it did give me that tutorial. A little surprised by that. Okay, let's see how we do at level 50. We haven't actually done a fight since we finished the other one. Been roaming around doing other things. Okay, we're gonna be just fine. We do have 2 characters at 60.
We achieved tacit synergy.
Okay, not quite enough to finish it off.
I pray that the land accepts you all.
Talk's cheap, mate. Gotta put in the hard yakka.
You get commissions that you fill by crafting a variety of blades. There's a dark story and super grim world surrounding you. I missed something there. Hey, I have to actually go. Whoa, I'm actually getting killed by a flamethrower because I'm trying to read chat. Somebody want to thank you?
Sometimes steady your breathing.
Okay, yeah. Please don't flamethrower me when I'm reading chat. That was not good.
I shall sweep such as the up. Gotta treat myself sometimes.
Okay, we do have our full combo up. I think I will. New song called Blades. Okay, thank you. I totally missed the beginning of that conversation.
Commence L7.
Yeah, there's a couple of good things coming out. Scroll of Taiwu is probably my like next big like Asian game coming out. I want to say that's in a couple months. We're supposed to get the English translation release. I've been really waiting for that game for years. That's another one that's going to be like super duper niche and no one's going to watch it, and I'm going to do a giant series on it. It's like cultivation game, and it's multi-generational. So we're going to have characters that are going to need to get married and have kids, and I guess we're going to be kind of like a sect leader or a clan leader, and we're going to have like town building and crafting, and yeah, it's right up my alley. Yeah, it's been out for a very long time in China, but not done. It's been in early access. And there's been a fan translation for a long time, but like I said, I'm always a little leery of having to rely on that.
It was a walk on a cake.
Doubly so if I'm going to make content on a game. Mods make me nervous because mods break, and then my playthrough is done.
Fully energized.
Outstanding technique. Impressive.
We are getting a lot more staggers, I feel. I think maybe because things have enough HP to actually live long enough to get staggered. Also, I wish somebody else would toss me a heal, please. Any time now would be great. That dog is eating the crap out of me. Ah, oh, missed that one. Yeah, the positioning is super important. Oh my goodness. Positioning is super duper important when you pull in those spears. Oh my goodness, you are like actually an absolute threat. Dying to random dog.
Talk's cheap, mate. Gotta put in the hard yakka.
Okay, I don't think I even want to go trigger those next two. We need to go heal. Run over here. Scroll of Taiwu looks nuts. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I'm really, really hoping that it works well and that the translation is good. Because that's one of the other problems. Like, in a complicated game like that, you need to have accurate and consistent translations. Tale of Immortal was pretty decent for that bit. It was more of the story and questing stuff that sometimes could be hit and miss. But other ones sometimes are not. Do we have an Aussie? Yeah, the Aviwina has an Australian accent. I think the bunnies are Australian in this game. Could be wrong about that. Each of the races kind of have their real-world analog accent. Okay, just out of curiosity, how much have we actually done? Okay, about a fifth of the level. This is not the way to do it, though. I think it would have been better if I had done a quest line instead. I wanted to do some combat, though, because we did all that leveling and then no combat. All right. Ah, okay, we got you, and we learned that we can bomb these ones that I can't get in range of. Yeah, get wrecked, nerd. Okay, I think I'm gonna challenge that level 60. He has multiple chests. Yeah, hold that thought, buddy. Okay, full attention mode for a second while we do this. All right, boink, boink. Also, stay away from cliff edges. We've learned.
I shall sweep the rest. Gotta treat myself sometimes. Returning is my strength.
Okay, double down. I would say we're probably good to use our ult when he's ready.
Gotta treat myself sometimes.
You ready, buddy? You ready? Come over here. I don't want to fight you near a cliff because I made that mistake earlier. All right, let's get that up. Let's get that up. Okay, I gotta make sure I go to the other side of him when I pull my spears.
Sterilize this area. From the storms, it came.
Alright, and... Okay, not bad. Not bad. That was 20% maybe? Okay, please come up here where I can actually see. That was new. Oh, and there's multiple ticks of damage. Good to know. And combo and spears in right away.
Conditions restored. Target.
Oh wow, focus actually wore out. That's a long fight. Holy moly, I think that thing lasts like a whole minute. Okay, one set of spears out. My reflexes were not ready for that. So what are you gonna do, big guy? What are you gonna do? Nope. I think I made him angry, guys. 2 and one more. Okay, and can I get a good spot? No, that was a complete fail. Okay.
There's an old saying among the messengers to walk the right.
I don't like that I actually took that much damage, but we did get him, so.
An impressive.
What is the oh no, Shannon? That was actually a pretty crunchy amount of XP for all those opens. What are we up to? Okay, we are obviously not going to be getting to 42 and continuing that tonight, so I think I am going to call it there. I'm so frazzled. We've been putting this so hard the last couple days, and I did a full day of recording Shadow Empire, so there should be some Shadow Empire videos coming up later this evening, assuming YouTube actually processes them in a decent amount of time. It's been really slow lately. Oh, you're a Kiwi. I didn't know that, Shannon. That's interesting. I've also got Pirik is down in New Zealand, I believe. So, representing down under, I suppose. All right, so the plan is we will be back tomorrow and Wednesday at regular time. I expect that we will be doing Arknights probably at least those 2 nights. We're going to go until the story finishes or Menace comes out. So, ideally, I'm going to try to push these things that are not main story when I'm not streaming, because I'm just way more efficient while I do it. And then we're just gonna do the main story bits while we are on stream. So I'm expecting a couple more streams out of this before we move on to other things. If we finish that before Menace comes out, we'll check out something else in the meantime. So if you're enjoying it, it helps me a ton if you leave a like on the video. If you're not currently subscribed, I hope I've earned your subscription. I'd love to have you back live or in the comments of a video. If you want to go above and beyond, you can always join me live for a super chat, leave a super thanks on a video, check out the channel memberships here on YouTube, or the Patreon linked in the channel info. I also have a free Discord. Anyone's welcome to join. And I do an @everyone before I go live. So if YouTube doesn't notify you, that way Discord's pretty much guaranteed to give it to you. So love to see you there. All right, guys, I'm going to call it there. Hopefully you had a good Sunday. Hopefully you have a good week. Look forward to seeing you, hopefully, tomorrow. Babel out.